This media is brought to you by Kalaboukis.
In the realm of tomorrow, where techniques mind, we ponder, we dream.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Think Future. My name's Chris Kalaboukis, and once again, we're coming at you live from deep in the heart of Silicon Valley, California. We're talking technology, philosophy, the future, not necessarily those, and not necessarily in that order. And as a matter of fact, we're not talking about technology at all today, although maybe we will. Who knows? Who knows? If you're watching on YouTube, smack that subscribe button and hit that bell if you'd be notified, so you can be notified when a new show comes online. And if you're listening on a favorite podcast service, please subscribe. Please drop a note on Apple Podcasts. I'd greatly appreciate it. Now, it is Thanksgiving Day here in the United States. And I came across a really curious, interesting thing, because I thought Thanksgiving was a very American holiday. Now, sure, they have it in Canada, and they have it at a different time of the year in Canada, and I'm originally from Canada, so if you've been listening to the show or watching the show at all, for any kind of duration, you know that I'm ex-Canadian. And I always thought Thanksgiving was a very American holiday. I mean, the original thought of Thanksgiving was sort of the Pilgrims were coming to America, coming to this country, and they all sat down with the Native Americans, and they had a big meal. And it was all about gratitude and thankfulness, and that's why it's called Thanksgiving, right? And I think it's a fairly recent holiday, but if you think about the concept itself, it's actually a pretty good concept, right? It's gratitude. So I was looking through my history on my phone the other day, and we spent some time in Greece earlier this year, and there was a market that I'd signed up for emails for, and I got an email from the market in Greece. This is in the northern part of Athens, near Kifisia was the name of the suburb, which is near the house we have there, and it advertised a Thanksgiving Day sale. And I thought to myself, why am I getting a Thanksgiving Day sale email from a grocery store in Athens? I mean, isn't Thanksgiving a very American, very North American thing? But no, I mean, go to the website, take a look at it, and they had all of the fixins there. They were talking about Happy Thanksgiving. There was a picture of a turkey, even though they weren't selling turkeys. They were selling chicken rolls with apricot stuffing. And I thought to myself, is Thanksgiving becoming one of those days that's universal? That's being picked up like Christmas and Halloween is being picked up by other cultures. I know Christmas and Halloween are huge in Japan now. And there's other cultures that are picking up Halloween. There's other cultures that are picking up Christmas that aren't even Christian. And I thought to myself, maybe Thanksgiving is what should be one of those days too. Because if you think about it, I mean, just strip away all of the accoutrements of Thanksgiving, where it happens in the fall, and you've got pumpkin pies, and you've got turkeys, and you've got all the Americana around Thanksgiving. If you strip away all of that, and just look at the core underlying value that's being celebrated on Thanksgiving, and that is gratitude. If you strip away everything and just focus on the gratitude, you've got to think to yourself, that's really good, right? I mean, we should seriously think about, and whether it's going to be this day or some other day during the year, is have an International Day of Gratitude, where we actually think about how grateful we are to be in the positions that we are. And I don't think many of us do that very often, especially if you're ambitious, if you're driven, if you feel like you're in a place in your life where you don't have to be, there's not a lot to be grateful for. But if you think about it, there's so much to be grateful for. No matter where you are in your life, whether you're just starting out or you're older or anywhere in your life, there's so many things that have fallen into place. I mean, I don't know if you've ever thought about this. Have you ever thought about, sort of sat down and thought about how you got to where you are. And just go back into the past and look at both the decisions you made and the things that fell into your lap. And thought to yourself, how did I get here? Great line from a David Byrne song, by the way. How did I get here? Letting the days go by. Look back on your life and see where you've gotten to. And maybe you're not quite where you want to be yet. Maybe you haven't started your journey. Maybe you haven't pushed as much as you want to push. But the place that you are in your life isn't just because of where you are, but it's also because of the actions of other people that have helped you to get to where you are. So we can all benefit from, and they've said that a lot of times when you are feeling unhappy or depressed or whatever, think about gratitude. Be grateful for being in the place that you are today, how you got to where you are. Because when I go back and look at my timeline and look at my history, I just think about how many times something happened or someone helped me to get to the next level and the next level of next level until I got to where I am now. And maybe whether you're happy where you are now or you're not happy where you are now, think about all the people who helped you to get to where you are now. Are you grateful? Have you felt gratefulness for those people or those institutions or whatever helped you to get to those points? So I think if Thanksgiving becomes an international thing, I think it's great. Let's not call it Thanksgiving. Let's call it International Gratitude Day, whatever you want to call it. But having it be something that we all feel, or we all spend some time thinking about how grateful we are to be here where we are on this planet in this time, which is the most exciting time to be alive on this planet, if you ask me, then wouldn't it be great? In fact, let's think about being grateful all year long. If you don't have the time to do it all year long, just think about it on one day. Make it Thanksgiving, International Gratitude Day, whatever. But spend some time being grateful for being where you are. That's it for me for today. See you next time, and until then, don't forget to think future.
Pixels and philosophies merge and mold, a future untold, unseen.